Hi everybody out there, my name is Tammie Truckstop. This is a friend Destiney of mine.
Hello.
Her name is Destiney.
For real.
And we are going to be doing a little review series of this fabulous show called Dragula Season 2. Season 1 is amazing, so we might get around to doing a review of that one. But for now we are going to do Season 2, and it's living up to all the hype so far. I'm really enjoying it. Are you?
I am.
Yeah,
I am.
It's definitely
Thank you.
super great. So basically, I just want to go through a little list of the girls in the first episode. I hope you're up to date on it. And we'll just give our little shits and giggles and opinions on it. Right.
All right, let's do it.
All right, first we have Abora, who I can't...
My favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite, hands down.
I can't rave enough about how amazing this person is. And just, I don't even want to use the word person.
Yeah.
Like, just
creature. Yeah.
It's just, everything
this
is
being
so appealing and so awesome. I really loved how it was all the nudes. And it's, because everyone was...
Blonde, nude, yeah.
Everyone went with a lot
hard
of black.
and red.
And, yeah, it was just really nice to see all the nudes and how that still translated into still being an awesome character. You didn't have to use black or blood or this or that for it to be disgusting as it was.
Still disturbing.
Yes.
Even with,
Up next, we have Bitch Puddin'. And, yeah, that was kind of my feeling about the whole thing. It was just kind of a letdown.
They explained it perfectly when they said someone going to perform drag and getting messed up on their way to that's
eczema.
The way she looked. Yeah, eczema. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, of that look. And I am going to try with this whole series to not sit here and dog on and just be like, well, she's ugly and I don't like her look and I think it's dumb. I will try to give constructive criticism, more or less praise. But
surely.
I just, from the promos and the personality and the looks, I have yet to be whelmed by this person.
Yeah.
And I hope it does come. I do wish the best out of all these people, but I just haven't really seen that that really...
I don't feel it.
Yeah. Next up now we have is Dolly.
Dolly. I'm also a fan.
Yeah, I am too.
I feel like the paint and makeup work is extraordinary.
Yeah, and
she's an artist.
Definitely top quality when it comes to blending and professionalism with makeup. And
Those teeth.
The teeth, yeah.
The teeth.
The yellow teeth they had that he had on his look was flawless. Yeah, and it really sold it. I don't know why that's specific.
And I love the little piggy middies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the little piggy middies. I like those. That sold it for me too. Yeah,
it was definitely really nice. Up next we have Felony Dodger. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I'm trying. I feel like it was too much trying to be like an actual character from the movie, but not necessarily its own version. It was almost like the Halloween store costume that you would buy for $49.99, which is better than $10.99 or $20.99.
She spent the extra $20 for the teeth.
Yes, the teeth were amazing.
Yeah,
as someone who likes good
money.
Teeth, it was definitely really nice. The only thing I wished I would have is if they would have done, if he had how on the back with all the glass and stuff, if he would have brought that up to the face instead of just doing the makeup, I thought it would have been more of a look and probably wouldn't have been on the bottom.
I also really enjoyed the back of his costume.
Yeah.
That was beautiful to me. I'm glad that the judges did point that out, but I wish that was carried to the front.
Yeah, and I guess I get it with the mirror. It's vanity, and you're always looking at yourself
and you're
broken.
I get the connection, but
I guess it was just slightly underwhelming.
Needed more.
Next, we have Erica Clash. And this is definitely, I feel like, going to be polarizing for audience members of this show.
I want to like her so much. I do.
Personality-wise, I really like him.
So sweet.
And I really love the whole anime, Japanese, like, horror, manga. I know these are all just buzzwords that I'm using. But I really like his whole aesthetic. So I'm definitely pleased with what he did. But I can understand how, even when it comes to Dragula, his is kind of still an outside look. Because it's not a traditional monster.
I like that he's trying to work the ideas in with the concept, though. It's hard, though. I don't know how I would do it better.
Yeah. It would be really nice to see, like, a mix. I almost see, like, if you are familiar with the old horror movie Scanners, if you could mix that type of horror with that type of, like, graphic... That's just what I think. If he were to do something from the movie Scanners, it would come out really amazing. So look that movie up, Erica, because I think you could rock it with some looks from that. Kendra. First off, I love him as a person. And in the boudoir scenes, I really fell in love with him as a person.
I'm new to Kendra, so
I definitely really...
She looks so powerful.
Yes.
And I love that.
Strong black woman, ain't need no man. It definitely gives me, if you're familiar with the movie Queen of the Damned, I get a very strong presence of, I believe the character's name was Akasha.
Is that Aaliyah?
It was Aaliyah's character.
Yep.
I might be wrong. But I get so much of that from his look, and I'm already hands down in love. So I'm really excited to see what he can bring. I was slightly underwhelmed when it came to the costume. It was like a 7 out of 10 for me.
I did want more hardware.
Yes, if he would have, instead of wearing the black cape, if he would have done a cape out of barbed wire, it would have been tops 10s across the board. Next, we have James Majesty. And
Your Majesty, for sure.
Yes. I was actually slightly underwhelmed when it came to knowing his presence, because a lot of stuff that's out there can be more strewed towards the mainstream, but this look, like, made me an instant fan.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Those nails. The nails. Putting it in his mouth.
And having that extension around his mouth.
The liquids, and like they said, the judges, sex.
Down to the way he cryptally, like, walked down that runway, it was...
broken and distorted. Yes.
It was tens across the board.
Yes.
That was the...
well-deserved win.
That was the one that I thought looked the most like a Cenobite and looked like it could be in the actual movie.
Yes.
It definitely,
I have one that I loved more, but
to me, like, if you were in Hellraiser 2, like that, if that came out of when you open the puzzle box, fully believable as a character from that movie.
Yes.
Up next, we have Monique Shame. I really like the look from the neck up, and I 100% understand his aesthetic when it came to,
the Cenobite, the theory he had behind it.
Where he always wears a mask and it come off and you're almost stapling it to desperately keep it on. But from the neck down, I just agree with the Bublé brothers.
Was so terrible.
Yeah, it just looked like something that you would see another drag queen wearing that is maybe a little bit different or a little bit off edgy. I thought because he has the simplicity of the mask, even though there was a lot of character work when it comes to an effect work with the neck and the opening of the head and doing the staples, I just feel like you could really go, like, bananas off the wall when it comes to the outfit. But I definitely, from the neck up, I'm a huge fan, and then it definitely promises for really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what.
Up next is Victoria Black,
who I think should have won the challenge. Goddamn.
If he would have won the challenge, I would have easily believed it too.
Yeah.
I did agree that
all of that work. Oh.
It slightly looked a little bit like it was an actual character from the movie.
Yes.
But is that a bad thing? No, it's definitely not. The only negative to that would be, I guess I don't know Victoria Black well enough to feel like that was how his Cenobite became to be. So maybe it's because he's extremely vain and in love with himself that he had to have his face removed and put on a platter.
Yes.
Or maybe
I can get behind
maybe
that.
As a viewer, I feel because he thinks he doesn't have a strong enough backbone, that's why he has the spine coming out.
Perhaps we'll learn more.
I'm very interested to see what this person has to offer, because when it does the little side interviews, and he has, like, it's a gray wig, and it's like a green skin tone with skeletal. And,
I love that.
Very impressed by that.
It's just
beautiful
artistry.
And then last but not least, one of my favorites of quite possibly one of my most favorite drag queens I've ever seen on Facebook, on YouTube, on this, on that, is Disasterina.
Tammy cannot stop talking about Disasterina.
I absolutely love him and would die for him. One thing I want to point out with his look, it was super amazing, and it steered a little bit more towards comedy, but when it comes to horror movies like that, that's definitely...
You have to be campy.
Yeah, there's a certain campiness. I love how the pigtails had the little teeth on the end.
Yes.
I love how, and it's very specific, and I don't know if a lot of people caught it, but his crotch and his asshole was ripped off of his body and sewn onto his face. So the vagina was around his nose, and the asshole was around his lips. And
I
that was
saw
awesome.
the tore up, but I did not see any of that.
Yeah, if you close up on it, it's a vagina and an asshole little prosthetic.
So there's going in his butthole.
Yes. So that was cool. And one thing that's a little tiny side note that I don't even think the Boulet brothers touched on is that blue-white tone he did for his makeup was the most true to the Cenobites. Because if you look at...
It's not a white. It's not a hard white.
It's a slightly gray, bluish tone, which if you look at Pinhead,
cool
he's not gray, he's not white. It's a slightly blue tone. And I thought that was a really smart,
very good,
clever nod to the actual movie.
I did not pay attention to the actual color, but it was very true to the,
For the elimination challenge, I was definitely down for that. As someone who's heavily tattooed and heavily pierced, I'd do that. I'm definitely going to be auditioning
that wasn't a...
Yeah. I'm auditioning for season 3 of Dragula, if they have one. And I would love to do something like that. I'm sure there's a lot of queens out there who are interested in the show and would be like, oh, I'd love to do that. And then the extermination challenges of this one definitely seem to be a little more hardcore
than the first season.
Yes.
I enjoy that. I look forward to what else they'll do.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if they're starting out with piercings, like, what was there, 15, 20...
I believe it was 21 needles.
Yeah, if they're willing to go that hard on the first episode of the season, I'm excited to see what else there is.
I hope something really crazy and really fucked up, like one of them has to get their skin removed. I definitely
just a little patch,
just
not
a little
lot.
patch,
just a little bit.
I definitely saw an allude that of I believe it was Kendra getting a tattoo when they do. I
thought I saw something like that too. Somebody got a tattoo. I thought it was Kendra as well.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. We're both heavily tattooed.
So that was, I guess, our little spiel, our little shtick, and our little spiel for this one. And I hope you liked it. Again, these are all just opinions, so if you think we're assholes, I guess we're assholes, but you are too.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
Okay, so this is Tammi Truckstop signing off, and I'm going to be bringing these videos to you every week, give you a different kooky look, a different kooky thing, and I hope you're a fan of Dragula just as I am, because I am into this season hardcore.
Real hard.
Bye, TV Land.
Bye.